Hey everyone, it's Broman here. I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review for Avengers Infinity War, directed by the Russo brothers. And I've got notes here, trying to, put my thoughts down and stuff before doing this stuff, try to be a little bit more organized. So this is going to be a non-spoiler video. I actually did record a video like last night and stuff, but my Wi-Fi's out. So when you guys see this, it'll actually be Monday. It's 10:51 a.m. Saturday, but I saw the 10 p.m. showing Friday night. But all I've got is LTE and stuff, and I'm just gonna do it on this because it's saved on the computer and stuff. And it's just easier to upload videos this way for me. Even though the video quality is a lot better on my phone. But anyways, so I'm gonna just get into this. So I liked the action. I did. I thought it was pretty good. The fighting choreography was actually not that bad. I didn't see anything like mistakes like like the Dark Knight Rises where the choreography in the background with the stunt doubles stuff was off. Which I don't know how that got past the editing room, but that is what it is. But anyways, I didn't like Thanos. He didn't have that menacing presence exactly. He just stood as a tall brute. It. He didn't have that evil look and stuff like that, and all that stuff. He didn't have that on him this time, like he did in the first Avengers movie, which I'm going to be referencing that again because he was in that one. I didn't even know who that was at the time when that was all said and done. I'm like, who the heck is that? And then I find out later, I was like, oh, that's Thanos. Okay. And also, you guys can see I'm wearing my pro registration stuff. Even though I wish I had an anti-registration, but I mean, Iron Man's not that bad of a character. He can be wrong sometimes, but he's only human. I also believe that they should have shown what happened on Xandar. I know they said like it was decimated or whatever by Thanos, but he didn't have any of the gems. And Xandar's got that, and their forces are pretty powerful. So I'm just like, okay, so we're just meant to believe he just came and took it. I feel like there should have been something that else should have happened where, Nova Prime, Glenn Close, I think that's her name. If I pronounce that wrong, I apologize. But her character name is also Ronnie Rail. And then, crap, I gotta look this up real quick. The other guy that was in it. Let's see, I'm just gonna look up this movie. Okay, John C. Reilly, who was a Roman Day. I feel like this movie could have introduced some characters which are in it. I don't actually want to talk about that, but I feel like those two should have had there should have been a fight scene. It might have looked weird or something, I don't know, but honestly I think there should have been like a little bit of flashback or something, with Thanos, either he talking about it or one of the guys from the Black Order talking about it. But always we just hear how Xandar was destroyed or something like that. I'm just like, well, what the hell? Like, dude, what? So, let's see. I do like the chemistry between Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Star-Lord. Like, that whole dynamic. And what was going on with the bit with Doctor Strange wasn't that bad as well. Although it did feel a bit cringy at times on certain things or with some stuff going on, I'm just like I don't know. I did like the chemistry though between Thor and Rocket Raccoon. I thought that was pretty good. Thor was my favorite character. It's just like all of the power levels and stuff though in this movie, like did I have a problem? I don't know. Like Thor seemed to be pretty well at doing what he's doing. His power levels seem to be just fine. There are certain things that are going on with this movie that I will discuss later, I guess, in a spoiler review that will also come out on Monday, because that's when Wi-Fi's getting done. There are some areas where things seemed a little bit mixed up and stuff that they just couldn't get right for some reason. I don't know what was going on exactly. But the Black Order, in my opinion, I felt like they were just a waste of time on the characters, really. Like, I felt like they could have been used after the fourth one or something like that. Because, you don't have to kill Thanos. He'll still be there. He'll still be a threat and all that. And, doing his own stuff. But, I feel like the Black Order in this movie were just there just to be there. And Thanos, in my opinion, should have stayed in his armor. There's no reason for him to take his helmet off and his armor and stuff like that. It should have just stayed on. But I don't know. There seems to be this thing over at Marvel where the characters have been taking off their masks and stuff a lot, whatever. I'm just like, what the frick? Like, stop doing that. Knock that off. And I don't know, Josh Brolin's voice acting for this character just didn't have that menacing, voice and stuff. I think someone like Keith David, I'm sure plenty of you know of him. I remember from these few things, like if you remember the old Agent Cody Banks movies, he was in those. He did the voice of David Anderson in the Mass Effect trilogy, and he's the voice of the Arbiter in the Halo games. I said either him or I guess Christopher Judge. I think they should have actually gotten someone who was actually really good at voice acting. Not what's his name, Steve Blum. Don't do him. Well, I don't know, maybe, but someone who has the credentials of being a good voice actor, because technically they could have gotten anyone to do the movements and stuff of Thanos, which I'm guessing they did or something like that, but it didn't have to, be the way how it was. I mean, it could have gone, I don't know, Troy Baker or something like that, I guess. I don't know, him or whomever else out there and stuff. I mean, Kevin Conroy or whatever. That would have been weird, Batman voice and things. I mean, whoever works, or whoever voiced, Darkseid in the old Superman animated TV series or something like that. I don't know. It's someone who could bring, a menacing voice and stuff. It's just, all I heard really was just Josh Brolin talking with a little bit of ADR help, but that was about it. I didn't hear Thanos. I just heard Josh Brolin. So we need someone else who should have done that. Approximate Midnight, for me, she didn't look that good. She looked like that video game character, like either from like the late PS3 graphics to like the early 2000s, not the early, the early PS4 stuff. Like she literally looked like she belonged in a video game and not on screen. Um, there were epic moments in this movie that I did like. Mainly like when I can't talk about that because that's a spoiler, which I don't want to do. I'll discuss it later. I guess I'll try to go over what those other moments are and spoil the video. But it was nice seeing all these characters finally come together. I like seeing the Guardians and stuff because in the comics, Iron Man actually does team up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So seeing that actually happen was pretty spectacular. It was finally, it was really nice to actually see that happen. Especially just with the dialogue and everything that's going on between all of them. It's pretty nice. Let's see. The plot, though, was weak and not really good. And it was not a really good and solid reason for Thanos to collect the Infinity Gems. I feel like what happened in the Infinity Gauntlet story was better. He was trying to court death, and it seemed he planned on doing that from the first Avengers movie. If you remember from the first one, like his advisor or something like that was talking to him after what happened with the defeat of their army of the T'Chari, and excuse me, I apologize for that. And their defeat, what happened with the Battle of New York City, trying to get the Tesseract. They also ended up losing the Mind Stone as well. So, which Thanos already had, but he gave to Loki. But yeah, like at the end there, he said to battle these heroes or something like that of Earth is to court death. And Thanos just looks at him like gives this evil grin. And from that stuff we just knew he was just trying to collect those things. There was no real reason behind it. Which it was just that he was trying to get that Tesseract and Loki was promised to rule Earth. So and I do think Drax was okay in it. Let's see, and the pacing seemed a bit rushed, and I wasn't satisfied with the ending of what happened. It did seem a little bit like everything was going a little bit too fast, and then it slowed down, and then it was picking up, and then it slowed down. I'm like the hell? It's like going in a really fast car, and then going and what the heck? So and the ending, I'm just like, yep, okay. And there is an end credit scene, which people seem to be confused about, what was going on and what that symbol meant. And they just I spoke up loud what it was and stuff, because I recognized the symbol from recent comic books stuff I don't read, which I'm not going to say because it would potentially spoil that, so I'm not trying to spoil this stuff for you guys. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, if you want to see it, go ahead, honestly. Well, the thing is, I don't want these movies to fail. I don't want this franchise to, flunk and stuff. So, do go see it. do lower your expectations really, really low. I had mine as low as I could, like, think I could make them to be, because I did read Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity War, and yeah, like, I had my expectations as low as I thought possible and stuff, but I still left on this, like, I'm going in, with, soda and some candy and stuff. I'm just like thinking to myself, well, this, it's gonna be, a nice sweet treat and stuff, and I leave, I'm like, man, I feel like I got sourdough bread here. And yeah, I don't like sourdough bread, but anyways, yeah, that's all I've got to say on this. I will record a spoiler review, but I don't have internet, so this will be uploaded on the day that it's uploaded for Monday and stuff. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I will be recording the spoiler video next. Bye.